Introducing a man that could be the Nelson Mandela Bay Mayor Ethel Trollip, a man who once served as a member of the provincial legislature for the DA in the Eastern Cape and became a parliamentary member between 2009 and 2011.
I started my campaign on the 1st of September as the mayoral candidate for the Democratic Alliance, and in fact we've been canvassing for a lot longer than that. So when we go to the polls tomorrow, we believe that we've reached enough voters in Nelson Mandela Bay who are going to vote for change. We believe that our offer of stopping corruption, creating an environment that will create jobs, an economic growth environment that will create jobs, and that a DA government will deliver good services to all South Africans, has resonated with voters, and that we will get enough voters to come and support us. But here's the thing. When the Democratic Alliance presented itself as an alternative government in Nelson Mandela Bay from the 1st of September last year, we had a couple of things going in our favour. First of all, the ANC have been in government for 22 years, and in those 22 years, corruption has become the hallmark of the ANC government. We've seen the ANC squander hundreds of millions of rands through wasteful, fruitless and unauthorised expenditure. We've seen 2.5 billion rand being spent on the IPTS bus transport system and there are no buses on the road. We've seen the ANC talk about creating a metro police force since 2007. In 2012, there was a gazette, a government gazette, that said that they should establish a metro police force. This year, the metro police farce was launched, and the metro police officials and traffic officers toyed on the day that Danny Jordan launched the metro police farce. We have seen a city whose infrastructure is deteriorating on a daily basis. We lose 42% of water before it even reaches the taps. We've seen a government that has more bucket toilets in this city than anywhere else. We've seen the housing responsibility of building houses being taken away from the municipality because of corruption in the Department of Housing. We've seen the National Department of Housing taking the responsibility to itself away from the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. So all of this has combined to create an environment where voters believe that a vote for the DA is a vote for change.
For the past 3 elections, the Democratic Alliance has always come second to the ANC, where in 2011 shocked many people by receiving 40%. The campaigns for the local government elections this year were highly competitive as different political parties focused on different strategies to make sure they win this metro. But for the DA, they focused more on what they could do for this metro and the people to improve job creation and also get them houses.
The first strategy has to be to stop corruption and to sort out the finances so that there's money for service delivery. While there's corruption, service delivery will never happen. Then you have to get solid, good, professional people, not friends and family of politicians, to get the jobs in a fair process who are going to do the work with the money that wasn't stolen. And that is how you have to start. Skills development, community inclusion, channeling the money in the right place, that sees service delivery step by step. It can't change overnight because it deteriorated over a very, very long time. But what we can do as the DA in government is move in the right direction every day, spending the money on the things that it's supposed to be spent on and ensuring that service delivery improves.
South Africa, since 1994, began to make progress. You can remember we started to see economic growth. We have arrived today in 2016, whereas the last quarterly labor survey has just come out, 8.9 million South Africans have lost their jobs. There can be no bigger crisis than that. That's the equivalent of many countries. It's the size of the entire New York state being unemployed, is the nature of unemployment in South Africa. And I think more than anything, it's a crisis in the making of the poor ANC government that we've got. They like to defect it and say, no, it's the commodity cycle, it's the international climate. Yet our colleagues in the SADC region are growing at rates faster than us and are in fact beginning to address the challenge of unemployment whilst the ANC government is failing to do so.
with race being one of the biggest challenge for the Democratic Alliance and the Cholip Farm saga being used by many political parties to create doubt in the leadership of the DA in this metro, and also being accused of using the Mandela legacy incorrectly. The Democratic Alliance have managed to overcome this.
They conveniently now put the matter for the 19th of September, no? After the elections. What I'm saying, no, man. Let's put the matter as soon as possible. So my lawyers are busy to see how soon they can put this matter before the court.
Have you sued him or not? Have you handed in papers?
We're going to deal with him after this.
So you haven't sued him? He sued you, but you haven't.
Yes, but we're going to deal with him after this. But the fact that he wants to put it after the elections, he wanted to shut me up, and he'll never shut me up. You see, we are asking now that the matter must be put before the court before the end of August. It must be in July.
His values are what we are contesting for. I've never contested for his membership. I'm contesting for the values of Nelson Mandela. In any society, in any country, the founding president of that country stops becoming simply just a president of just one organization, but rather the father of the nation. It would be so that in America they would celebrate their founding president. It is so here in South Africa. It's bizarre that on Mandela Day we are all comforted by the fact that we must uphold his values. But when it comes to elections, we must be divisive and not uphold his values. It is so that when we hold our currency, we can celebrate to say, here's the face of the founding president of South Africa. It is those values we are contesting for. Because I say this here today boldly and so that when the ANC falls, Nelson Mandela will continue to stand.
While the DA has managed to get enough percentages to run this metro and the future of it is still unknown, but many people are still surprised because the ANC has been dominant for the past years.
We have won Nelson Mandela Bay. I don't know whether we've got an outright majority, but we will be the biggest party. We will be putting a government together. And yes, I know they've known the result for hours. They won't announce it. But the facts are that the DA will be the biggest party because that's what you wanted. Yes. The people of the Eastern Cape and the people of South Africa have realized that they have power in their hands. When you want to change the government, you can change the government. You don't have to wait for the government to tell you that they'll govern until Christ returns. And you see when change comes, it's painful. Ndiyaqala namhlanje ukuyiva i-ANC ifeketha ngeresult. Bayafeketha. Kodwa kudala 2 hours ago bebesithi mazizi results amagwala azawubaleka. Ngabo babalekayo ngoku. Everything in life has its time. Everything in life has its time. Kudala silindile. Kudala siphikisa apha kulo masipala. We've been a brilliant opposition in this municipality. We've set ourselves up to be a brilliant government. Thank you very much for all the hard work, the hours that you've put into this campaign, the sacrifices, but most of all, the spirit. Nelson Mandela Bay will never be the same again because of you. Thank you very much. Viva DA, viva! Yo!